Now tell me, what makes a great poutine? Actually, what makes a poutine? You need cheese curds, fries, and a gravy. This combined together in the perfect formula makes for a great poutine. You have to get all of these elements right, and I think if you don't have these three elements, you can't call it poutine. So if we have all these elements, we can do so many things with it to create all kinds of variations of poutine. So here's one that is Indian inspired. And you might have seen Indian poutines before, where all they do is put butter chicken sauce on fries and put some cheese on and then call that a poutine. I'm sorry, but that's not a poutine. You're putting a butter chicken sauce. That's not the same thing as a gravy in the most traditional sense. We're gonna make gravy the right way, Indian way. It's gonna be very easy. So first, let's get started by making our gravy. Now for the gravy, we'll always start with butter and flour to make our roux. Usually I use a bouillon paste to flavor the gravy, and that's really gonna help with the color of the gravy at the end, because we'll be using some chicken stock, which is kind of pale looking compared to any other type of stock. Now along with the tomato paste, I'm also gonna add in some of my spices. So some turmeric, ground coriander, and a bit of degi mirch. Again, all of this is for color and some fragrance. Give that all a really good mix, and just like any other gravy, you wanna cook out the flour, you wanna cook out that roux, and as soon as the mixture has a bit of a nutty aroma, then add in a bit of your chicken broth, a little bit at a time, cold broth, keep whisking until you've added all of your broth and you have a nice runny texture. Now you want to bring this to a simmer and then cook this down until it's reduced by half. Season it with salt and keep tasting and adjusting as it cooks. Now while that's happening, let's also prepare our fries. You can make fries in so many ways: air fryer, baked, or deep fried. Today I'm going with the air fryer method because honestly, out of all three, that's the easiest, and that's so close to taste and texture to deep fried fries, and it's one of my best and favorite ways to have fries on a whim. So I'll go through the recipe really quickly, but a full video will be linked down below. So to make the air fryer fries, I'm going to cut the potatoes into about a ½ an inch of thickness and then put them in a pot of water which is at a rolling boil. And cook this for 5 to 6 minutes or until the potatoes are completely cooked. You don't want it to get mushy. Then drain it, pat it dry, and then toss it with a bunch of olive oil. You really want to well coat it. Then put it into your air fryer basket, set the timer to 20 minutes, and set the temperature to 400 Fahrenheit. We'll cook it in a single layer, so divide your fries up into batches if you need to, and then cook it until it's perfectly golden brown. Now while that is happening, we have our sauce going as well. Now once you've taken control of the gravy and the fries and you feel comfortable, let's prepare our keema. We're going to top the poutine with some minced chicken, or you can use turkey as well, and it's going to be really good for our Indian inspired poutine. So we're doing the same recipe for our keema masala. So you want to add some ghee in your pot and then add in all of your whole spices. That's your cloves, bay leaf, and cumin seeds. Let that get aromatic and then add in all of your onions. Once the onions have softened, add in your meat and start to break it down a little bit, and then add in all of your dried spices. So turmeric, degi mirch, and ground coriander. Add some salt as well and give this all a really good mix. Once you've mixed it and broken most of the huge chunks of the meat, then add in your freshly chopped ginger garlic and green chilies if you're using that today. Give this all a good mix, keep cooking, keep breaking those big lumps until the chicken is no longer pink, and then season it with salt at every stage. Then create a well in the middle, cook out the tomato paste for 1 to 2 minutes, and then mix it all in with the actual mince. Then adjust the consistency by adding a bit of water and then just simmering it for 1 to 2 minutes before finishing it finally with some garam masala and cilantro. You can even splash some lemon juice there if you want. And that is our beautiful and easy keema that we're gonna top on our poutine. I also have some sour cream, or you can use yogurt as well for a topping on your poutine. Okay, so it is lots of elements and it's gonna be really exciting when you're doing all of this together, or you can do it one by one. For one by one, start with the gravy, then the keema, and do the fries at the end, because the fries are the hardest to stay hot. You want everything to be hot when you're serving, so follow that order. Now once your gravy has reduced by half, then make your cornstarch slurry. So add about a teaspoon of cornstarch in a bowl, add a splash of water, whisk that well, and then add it into your gravy. Give that a whisk, mix it well, and then let that come up to a simmer, at which point it's going to start to thicken. It should be thick enough that when you put a spoon in it, when you swipe across the back of it, the sauce should not just drip down, it should just stay. That's the perfect level of thickness. As soon as that is done and your fries are ready, let's get our bowls out, get our cheese out, and start assembling. So we're gonna start with a layer of fries, then some of our cheese curds, and yes, we are gonna grate some paneer right over our fries. It's gonna be nice and small, nice and soft, and with the hot fries and the hot gravy, it's gonna be an amazing texture. Then put a ladle of your gravy over the cheese, over your fries, and then add in a few spoonfuls of your keema over that sauce. For the next layer, add in some more fries, more cheese, more grated paneer, and then a final layer of gravy. Now technically you can go as many levels as you want, but I like 2 because that's big enough for me. And then finally top it off with your keema, with your minced chicken or turkey, and then garnish it with some drizzles of yogurt, freshly chopped cilantro, and just take a look at this bowl. Just take a look. It's a beautiful orange, red gravy, yellow crispy fries, tasty, delicious meat, yogurt. It's balanced, it's spicy, it's sweet, it's savory, and you're gonna have the best experience. When I made my Mexican poutine during my collab, this is almost as good, if not better, but I will let you decide. I want you to try the Mexican style poutine and then try this Indian style poutine. And if you've already had the traditional poutine, let me know. Which one of those 3 do you like the best? Which one are you gonna make next? Or are you gonna make a huge platter of a trio of poutine? All kinds of poutines, all kinds of fun. And if you want more videos just like this one, be sure to hit subscribe, hit that bell icon, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.